Hello dear students. So from the chapter Displacing Indigenous People, chapter number 10, today we are going to learn about some very important terms, and we will also see the wind of changes both in America as well as in Australia. Somewhere in around 1832, an important judgment was announced by the US Chief Justice John Marshall. He said that the Cherokees were a distinct community occupying its own territory in which the laws of Georgia had no force, and that they had sovereignty in certain matters. US President Andrew Jackson had a reputation for fighting against economic and political privilege, but when it came to the Indians, he was a different person. He refused to honor the Chief Justice's judgment and ordered the US Army to evict the Cherokees from their land and drive them to the Great American desert. So almost 15,000 people were thus forced to go to Great American desert from their own land. And out of these 15,000 people, almost quarter of them, that is 1/4 of them, from their own land when they were walking towards the desert, they died. So this entire walk is known as the Trail of Tears. Then westward expansion of Europeans or Americans in North America resulted in natives being given land elsewhere in perpetuity. So the small areas in which the natives were locked off were called reservations. Often this was land which the tribes or natives had no earlier connection. So it was very pitiful, picking them up from their own land and putting them inside, or putting them inside a land which they had no idea about. That process was known as reservation. Then came some factors which contributed to the development, and then there were identities of USA. What do you mean by this identity of USA? The democratic spirit and individuals had right to property. The democratic spirit and the right to property got included in the Constitution, came to define the identity of the USA, which was against the monarchies and aristocracies of the old world. However, till mid-20th century, both democratic rights and right to property were only for white men, that is for the Europeans. And then the Indian Reorganization Act of 1934 is regarded as a landmark law in USA because it gives natives in reservations, just now we talked about reservations, those natives got the right to buy land and take loans also. And there is a term called join the mainstream. What is it? The term join the mainstream implied that the natives would adopt European culture and abandon their modes of separate identity. Now we can talk about another wind of change, that is Declaration of Indian Rights. What is Declaration of Indian Rights? Who prepared it? The Declaration of Indian Rights was prepared in 1954 by the natives. It is significant because through the declaration of natives, though much reduced in numbers, by the time 1954 they were reduced a lot, a very less number of natives were left out from what they had been in the 18th century. They were able to assert their right to their own cultures. They were given the right to assert their own cultures. And if you go towards Australia, you will see that they were, talked about the contribution to the winds of change in Australia. We can refer to two books. One is the lecture by the anthropologist W.E.H. Stanner. The title of the book is The Great Australian Silence. Almost for 200 years, there was no historian, not a single writer spoke about the Australians. And then Henry Reynolds' powerful book titled Why Weren't We Told? These two books broke the silence, and in the year 1954 they were talked about. Talking about Australia, we can also discuss the term terra nullius. What is this nullius? Null means void. The term terra nullius meant belonging to nobody. The Australian government always termed the land of Australia terra nullius. That means it belongs to no one, thus undermining the rights of the natives. So it was after the Mabo case in the Australian High Court that the Australian government declared terra nullius was legally invalid and recognized native claims to land from before 1970. So terra nullius, which was that the land doesn't belong to anyone, after much of struggle, ultimately they declared that land belonged to the natives. And these are the basic wind of change. If you come to page number 229, a wonderful poem written by Judith Wright, The Two Dream Times. The poem, which is there in the blue box, tells a lot of things about the discrimination that happened in Australia. The poem goes like this: Kathy, my sister with the torn heart, I don't know how to thank you for your dreamtime stories of joy and grief, written on paper bark. You were one of the dark children I wasn't allowed to play with. Riverbank campers, the wrong color, I could not turn you white. So it was late I met you. Late I began to know that they hadn't told me the land I loved was taken out of your hands. Lot of discriminative words. It talks about the discrimination of color, which like Kathy has been gone through, and the land where she was born and brought up was told that it belongs to the whites, not to the blacks. And in this way, there were a lot of people who started talking about agitation around these questions, led to inquiries, and to two important decisions were taken up. One, to recognize that the natives had strong historic bonds with the land which was sacred to them and which should be respected. Two, that while past acts could not be undone, there should be public apology for the injustice done to the children in an attempt to keep white and colored people apart. So, to keep this apology in mind, every year Australia, they celebrates Australian Sorry Day. Okay, so the Sorry Day is being celebrated to apologize for the children from whom the land which they belong to has been taken off. It is since 1999, 26th of May, the National Sorry Day in Australia is celebrated. It is important in the sense that it is as an apology for the children who lost between 1920s to 1970s. So in this way we come to the end of this chapter, and thank you so much for cooperating, and please take good care of yourself. Thank you so much.